I finally found you. You're a con artist's mother. How dare you live like this? I will never forgive you. I'll make you pay for the rest of your life. Yes? What's this all of a sudden? I mean, who are you? Don't play dumb with me. You're in on it too. Go ahead and apologize. Huh? You've been calling me a fraud and a cahoot for a while now. You've got the wrong guy, don't you? Of course not. You're Ellen Smith, Alex's mother, isn't that right? Yes, but... Right? Then you should know that. Ask yourself. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Huh? To begin with, who are you? How do you know my WhatsApp account? Damn it, I can't help it. My name is Janet. I'm your son's girlfriend, Janet Johnson. I found your WhatsApp account on his phone too. What? My son? Well, I'm actually his ex-girlfriend. It's your son's fault, so I'll explain it to you now. Huh? He did terrible things to me. He played me. I'm the poor woman. He dumped me for a marriage scam. Marriage scam? That's right. Your son cheated me out of marriage. Your son made me pay $300,000 for a marriage scam. Our Alex? $300,000? I'm telling you it was. You, the mother, got a little money from him anyway, didn't you? You're in league with your son and you're framing me. From what I hear, your husband is rich, isn't he? You're the wife of a celebrity, and yet you go to the extent of marriage fraud to rip off the regular people. What a greedy bitch. Huh? That's why I want you to take responsibility. Responsibility? I'm asking you to show me your sincerity. What exactly? Return the $300,000 I contributed. I'll forgive you for that as a settlement. And I'm pregnant. You'll have to take full responsibility for that. Pregnant? I don't think so, but you're not joking about being pregnant with his child, are you? I'm not joking, I'm serious. Alex and I were promised to be married. I lent him $300,000 because I thought I would be his wife. And yet, when I told him I was pregnant, he said he had no intention to marry me and ran away. What? I was so shocked and frustrated that I cried and swelled up. I mean, I'm still crying. I know you can't see it. He ruined my life. I'm a grown woman in shock, crying for 3 days and 3 nights. If you're a mother, you should at least take responsibility for what your son has done. If you return the $300,000 and have him father my child, I'll stop suing you for marriage fraud. I'll marry him. It's a small price to pay for all this, isn't it? Besides, Ellen, it'll be your first grandchild. I don't think it's a bad deal at all. There is no way my son could do such a thing, though, is there? You must be mistaken. Are you still saying that after all this time? Because it's just too funny. Do you still want to think there's no way my child would do something like that? I know you want to think that, but this is real. I'm the victim, and this is how it really is. If I sue, Alex and you, who are in on it, will go to jail. You became a rich wife, and now you're going to hell in a handbasket. Besides, your husband's status and honor will also fall to the ground. It's not very nice to have a wife and son who are engaging in marriage fraud. If you don't want that to happen, refund the $300,000 and get married. I won't budge on anything else. You have 1 week to get the money and the wedding ready. You can't just go ahead with this one-sided talk. I'm still not convinced. That's enough. I said I'll settle out of court and make it easy on you with the settlement money and the wedding. If you don't agree, the fact is that I was deceived. It's not a dream or an illusion, it's the truth. If you insist that much, I can turn you in to the police right now. I understand. Since this is coming out of the blue, may I have a moment to talk with my husband? I'm sure I've got the wrong person, but I need to confirm the facts. There's no way I could be mistaken, but okay. $300,000 is a lot of money, and I'm sure you don't have it in your hands. Put your trust in your rich husband and ask him to get it for you. After the family meeting, please proceed with marriage and the $300,000. Call me after work. I need to talk to you about something. Oh, I just finished. I just arrived at the hotel where I'm on a business trip. What's up? Well, I got a text that I don't understand. Alex was a marriage scammer, and the woman he paid $300,000 to was pregnant. Huh? Marriage scam? Alex? The person who texted me, someone named Janet, sent that to me. Isn't that just a prank? There's no way he could have done that in the first place. Or maybe she is misunderstanding something. I'm sure she misunderstood something too. She said, "You're a rich man." She called me a rich man's wife and said I'm ripping off the regular people with marriage scams. I'm rich? Well, I have to support my wife and kids, and I'm confident I'm not poor. I work hard every day to make that happen, and I don't think I'm what you'd call rich. I think she's got the wrong guy, or she's harassing you or something. If you let it go, she'll give up. I don't think you need to worry about it. But I don't have any idea who the person named Janet is, and I'm afraid that the person knew my WhatsApp account. The person named Janet said she found it on Alex's phone. How is that possible? I don't know where the information leaked from, but I'm kind of scared to leave it alone. Well, you're right. Alex doesn't have any idea? Nope. I don't think I knew anyone by that name either. I see. Then I don't know where she knew me from. Anyway, I'm leaving tomorrow too. Maybe you should take Alex and evacuate tonight just in case. That's right. Janet might know where we live, so I'll call my parents and ask my father to pick us up. Yeah, that's a good idea. Also, maybe you shouldn't reply to her until you know for sure. Your father's a police officer. If you're at your parents' house, I feel safer. Yeah, that's right. I'll keep an eye on it and think about it while I deal with it. Okay, well, I'll get ready to go as soon as I can. Oh, if you need anything else, you let me know right away. Thanks. I'll call you when I get to my parents' house. Take care. Hey, Ellen. How was the family meeting last night? Why didn't you call me? Well, okay. I'll take it that if you don't call me, it means that you'll have the $300,000 and the wedding within a week as you promised. If you don't keep your promise after a week, I'll sue you. Zach, I found out who that Janet is. Really? And I also found out who that Alex is. Oh. Can you come over to my parents' house after work so we can talk about the details? Okay. Sorry to keep you waiting, Janet. I've spoken to my husband and called you. Oh, it's you. For the past week, you haven't even replied to my... I knew it. I'll make it $400,000 in an overseas wedding. Tell that to your rich husband. Otherwise, I'll sue you as soon as I can. Listen, Janet. My child is 2 years old. Huh? And she's a girl. So it's impossible for Alex to get you pregnant. Huh? What are you talking about? What do you mean, a 2-year-old girl? I hope you will forgive me for putting the information out there after the fact, but it's for my daughter's safety. I wish you had done your research better before coming on WhatsApp too. What do you mean? You got my account from a friend of my mom friend's. What? A mama friend? She contacted me. She told me that our 2-year-old Alex did something and she had to pay a settlement to a young lady, so I gave her my ID. Did you hear from her? I said. You're kidding! Those young mothers who were chatting in that park, are they your mom friends? Yes, they are. Those mama friends seem to imagine that Alex broke something or got out of control and hurt her. My daughter is smart and quiet, and she wouldn't do such a thing. I don't remember having to pay any settlement money at all. I complained to them that they should not believe your one-sided story. I wondered if they might have been talking about you. I asked them to look at the photo you sent me, and they said there was no doubt about it. My picture? Could it be that you were talking about the picture of me crying? Yes. You're kidding! How can you know that? I processed it properly. It's true that the lower half of your face in the photo you sent to me was hidden by the processing. But the eyes were showing in order to show that you were crying. They recognize you by your hair color, and the watch you were wearing. What the hell? I asked them to elaborate on the situation at that time. They said that you approached them when I was talking about my plan to buy Alex a toy airplane for her 3rd birthday for $30. What? $30? Not $300,000? Yes. A toy airplane? Not a real airplane? Yes. Alex likes airplanes because my husband likes radio-controlled airplanes. She wants to become an airplane pilot in the future. What? That's not my Alex at all. That's what I've been saying from the beginning. I repeat, my Alex is a 2-year-old girl. And our family is not the kind of people that can afford a $300,000 airplane. I wanted to meet Alex, so I was walking around that area looking for his house. And I overheard you talking about getting him a $300,000 airplane. And since it sounded like he was from a wealthy family, I was sure it was Alex I was looking for. I thought to myself, I see. So you were mishearing the story that jumped into your head, and that's why you acted so annoyed. Mishearing? No way. The Alex you're referring to was a male friend of yours when you were attending university in Boston. And his family is wealthy. That's why you called me a rich man's wife. Yes, but do you know him? I think that Alex is someone who used to live in our neighborhood. Really? Then do you know where Alex is now? I'm from a different city, so I don't know him. But my neighbor told me that. I heard that after graduating from university, he got a job at an overseas company and has been away from the US for 7 years. 7 years ago? Especially in the last 2 years, he hasn't returned to the US due to the recent global situation. So there is no chance that you will conceive his child. Huh? What on earth do you think you're doing? Calling this a marriage scam? Getting pregnant? Oh my God! Yes, that's right. As you can see, it's all a lie. I knew it. It's all his fault. When we were in college, no matter how often I asked him out, he never took me seriously. In fact, he started going out with another girl. Don't you think that's terrible? That's a question that's hard for me to answer, not knowing what happened back then. But I still couldn't forget him. I had heard that his parents lived in this town when I was in college, so I came all the way here to visit him. And yet, I jumped at the chance to being talked about Alex, thinking it was my lucky timing. I had no idea that it was actually about a completely different Alex. No, and then you told me you were pregnant and that he was a marriage cheat? How could anyone believe you when you hadn't seen him for years? He's not much of a drinker, so I figured he could just get drunk and pretend we had sex. No, that's sloppy. Shut up! Oh, I'm so mad at you. If you make me look like a fool anymore, I'm going to hurt you. What do you say? I'm right in front of your house. I broke all the flower pots in front of your front door. I'm going to kick you and your daughter like this. You're in the house now, aren't you? The curtains are closed, but there's a shadow figure moving. You're sneaking inside watching me. Stop sneaking around and come out. Apologize, and while you're at it, pay me $400,000. You're so screwed up. But I can't. Then fine. I'll break the window and get in the house. I'm not in the house, okay? That's a blatant lie. I can see you. I'll drag you out and make you apologize. It's my father in the house. Even though you've mistaken her for the wrong person, you've been threatening me a lot, and I've been very scared. I consulted my father, who is a police officer, to stay inside the house. My husband and I and my daughter are in a safe place, and it's not only pointless to break the glass to get in. You will be caught red-handed for breaking and entering. I said, from the looks of it, it looks like he's already caught you. A few minutes later, I received a phone call from my father, informing me that Janet had been caught red-handed for breaking and entering. He also demanded compensation for the threats she had made, as well as for breaking the flower pots. With the money, my family decided to move out of the house. I am relieved that the case is now closed and we are safe. By the way, I understand that Janet prepared the compensation by borrowing money from her parents. She had never worked hard before and had been living off her parents. She was taken to a job with a dormitory and told to take this opportunity to work hard. She is now doing hard physical labor